Let's show real quick. Sean Zittel, shout out to Sean. He's out there. Well, he's actually going to say where he's at. Let's just show the video real quick, and then we'll come back. We'll close. And again, don't forget that we have an interview with Manny Pacquiao and his son post all of this.
What is up, PorterWay Podcast family? It's your man, Sean Zittel. And I'm at SoFi Stadium today. Couldn't make the show. Had to cover Raiders-Chargers. So let's get into the card Saturday at San Antonio. Ramos and Mosley Jr. for the interim WBC title. So Shane Jr. getting his shot at a world title. It's an interim title, but still a world title fight. This is something Shane Jr. has been knocking on the door for. His opportunity is here. I'm going to have to favor the young bull, though. And we love Shane Jr. on the podcast, but Ramos is a good fighter, an ascending force, only lost, close fight to Erickson Lubin. Shane Jr., if he can make his length work for him in this fight, you know, 6'1", bigger guy. Well, not bigger guy, but longer guy. Then maybe he can pull this one off. But I'm going to have to go with Jesus Ramos to win that opening fight. Ramos is a good fighter, and I think he'll make a good entry into the 160 title picture and everything. So, got Ramos in the opener. As for O'Shaquie Foster and Stephen Fulton, good fight. I'm a little worried about O'Shaquie Foster's weight cut. I believe he's a vegetarian. He's told me that in the past. Big guy, 5'8.5", could easily be a lightweight, maybe even 140. He's a big dude at 130. But unless that weight cut is killing him, I'm going to give the edge to O'Shaquie Foster. I think he has a little bit more firepower at 130 than Stephen Fulton. Stephen Fulton has the better resume, better accomplishments for sure, the more decorated fighter. But I think at 130 pounds, I give Foster the edge with his length. He's a little bigger, a little more firepower. And Foster has one of the better defenses in the sport right now. Very good shoulder roll from O'Shaquie Foster. Can't count Cool Boy out. I thought Figueroa was going to win that rematch, and Cool Boy shut it down, came back from the abyss. A man goes into the abyss, and what does he see? Himself. And Stephen Fulton came out from that abyss to become two-division champ. But I'm going to have to favor the dog from Texas fighting at home in O'Shaquie Foster. Co-main event, Janibek and Lara. Janibek. Lara's 42 years old. He's made adjustments to his style. Shout out to our guy, Aaron Peterson, JYD, who's been sparring with him and said, in his words, still hits hard as shit with that left hand. That brick is a serious shot for Lara. He's sitting down on it, getting a lot of knockouts at 160. But against, at the championship level, dubious competition. So Janibek's got to be wary of the straight left hand of Lara. But Lara, even against Danny last fight, didn't throw a whole lot of punches. So I think Janibek with the pre-punch motion, the feinting, taking steps, taking angles. I mean, Janibek's the unified #1 middleweight in the world. If he can't beat a 42-year-old Lara, that'd be very disappointing on Janibek's part. He's got a potential Crawford fight in front of him and other big fights. Janibek, speaking of weight, like with Foster, he has some tough weight cuts, but I'm going to go with Janibek for sure. The youth and his feints and his activity, movement, he should be able to have enough to offset that straight left hand of Lara. I definitely got Janibek in that fight. The hard one to pick is the main event. And I don't even know if I'm going to pick it right now, PorterWay Podcast. I'm sorry. I don't have the hot hand like I normally do. So I'm a little gun shy. Pitbull Cruz is the more explosive fighter. Lamont Roach is fighting behind enemy lines. Lamont Roach is the more crafty, skilled fighter. But Pitbull is going to come out the gates hot. And Lamont is not the mover that Tank was to pull out that first fight with an injured hand. And he's not going to move as much, I think, as Rayo Valenzuela. So he's going to allow Pitbull to get to the spaces he wants in the ring quite a bit, I think, and fight in the pocket. That's where Lamont does his best work. Lamont's a good counterpuncher in the pocket, but that explosiveness early is a big threat to him. And we'll see how he holds up. We'll see. It might be a precarious proposition to stay in the pocket with a Mexican warrior behind enemy lines and think you could sharpshoot him in the pocket. I think Lamont's capable, but early is particularly, it'll be tough. Pitbull's not a puzzle to solve, but he's explosive. The velocity, I think, surprises fighters. You know, in person, me and Sean have seen Pitbull fight in person. He could put them things together with some good speed if you stay there. And Lamont likes to stay there a little bit. He's going to give some angles and some movement. Honestly, I need a little more time to break down that fight. I am convinced that it is going to be a good-ass fight because styles make fights. And again, Roach is not going to move as much as those other two guys. He said it. He told me in the interview he thinks he could sharpshoot Pitbull in the pocket. So I think it's Pitbull's fight out the gates. Lamont's going to have to weather the storm a little bit. And if he can get comfortable in the pocket, swimming without getting wet, rolling shots, catching shots, countering in the pocket, then he's on his way. He could take control of that fight and win that fight. All I'm convinced of is it's going to be a good-ass fight. So, from SoFi Stadium here in LA, PorterWay Podcast. Love y'all. Peace. Enjoy the fights.
It's my guy right there. He was like, "Hey man, I'm trying to do this. It's not really working out. Do you still want me to?" I said, "Man, you got to do it."
Yeah.
I said, "Whenever you're away, you always send me questions. You always send me comments, and I always forget to include you." I said, "Man, I always want you included in the PorterWay Podcast. You know your family." So, Sean, enjoy the game. We'll catch you on the next one. Great picks right there. The one thing he said to me, or said right there, that I really wasn't prepared to hear is that Lamont Roach wants to sit in the pocket and try to sharpshoot him. Problem with that is you become a stationary target, and a stationary target,
perfect Pitbull. Yeah.
So, and finishing people's sentences and shit nowadays.
That's what happens when you get chased by a Pitbull in the hood. Don't be a stationary target. Right. Keep moving, motherfucker.
Right. Why? Yeah. Why would you?